Hey, welcome back everyone. Cameron here. Today's video will consist of how to draw the shoulders. I'll explain my approach in the simplest way possible. Feel free to pause the video at any point if I happen to go too fast. I hope this tutorial helps you as well as supports you on your art journey. Feel free to let me know in the comments below what else you guys would like to see additional videos on, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated, and now let's get to the video. Okay, so for the first step, we're going to begin with an egg shape for the rib cage along with our center line and an opening for the neck. Next, we're gonna add the clavicle, so we want to make it sort of like a diamond shape around the circle, and then you should have sort of like an eye shape if you did it correctly. Next, we're going to extend both sides of the clavicle and add the shoulders in by drawing lines that curve downward, and then add an additional line on both sides that curves from the middle portion of the clavicle, or the inner portion of the chest, in other words. From here we can start to form more of the lat muscles, which sits behind the shoulders. Next, we can start to add an additional line that helps form more of the anterior deltoid, which is the front deltoid. And then we can just add a little bit of a hint for the chest. And then don't forget the sternum as well. So that was our front view, and next is going to be our side profile view. So we'll begin with a simple egg shape once again for the rib cage, and then our sternum and clavicle. Next, we'll draw a circle representing the shoulder and add an additional line for both the anterior and posterior deltoid. So the posterior deltoid is basically just the rear deltoid. And then from there, you can add add additional lines for both that sit within the circle, and then this is basically going to form the lateral deltoid, which is the side deltoid muscle. Our next view is going to be for a 3/4 view, so we'll begin again with the center line in our rib cage. Excuse me, our rib cage and then our center line. Then we'll add our opening for the neck. Next will be our clavicle, along with the shoulder, which will be on the right. We'll just do one shoulder on for this view. So basically it'll curve downward like before into the rib cage, and then you'll add the additional line that's within the near the interior of the chest. You can think of the shoulder as being kind of similar to like an almond shape to give a better idea. Then there's our sternum. Lastly is going to be our back view, and we'll begin again with a simple egg shape and our center line. And again, we'll just do one shoulder for this view as well. From here, we'll add a triangle that sits on the upper right of the rib cage, which will represent the scapula. And then from here, we can just start to add the shoulder, which will extend from the edge of the scapula and it kind of comes halfway back into the to the scapula as well. So it kind of sits on top of the scapula shape we just drew. And lastly, we'll add a hint of the trap muscles. And that is our video. I hope this was helpful for you, and take care everyone.